Okay, I know. Where's the first viewing review of Lethal Weapon? Well, okay, yes. Again, it is still coming. I just might have to watch these 2 bonus movies. But over this weekend, I went upstate to my mom's friend's house, and up there they play movies because they have a big screen just like what we have. And so we played up there was another movie by Richard Donner called The Goonies, the 1985 somewhat classic. Okay, yes, it did kind of come out the same year and the same summer as Back to the Future. Even though Back to the Future was released on July 3rd, so this came out roughly a month before Back to the Future. Never heard of The Goonies or never seen The Goonies. It's about these 4 boys. Mike, the leader, also Sam from Lord of the Rings.
Maybe Chunk already got to the police.
Maybe Chunk is dead.
Don't say that. Never say that. Goonies never say die.
There's Mouth, who is kind of the cool wise guy, and also Donatello from the
I got you right where I want you. Come on, guys. It's Dusty here. My hay fever's acting up, and you always break something. What? Come here and make me feel like a woman. Come on, give me a nice wet licorice kiss.
There's Chunk, the one who eats a lot and is kind of basically fat.
First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on. Do it. Come on. Do it. Cut it out, Mom.
Last but not least, Data, or better known as Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And he is basically the nerd, technical invention kid.
Hey, Data, don't mess this one up. And prepare for the wings of flight. Oh! Free door! Mikey, the free door!
Now, you might be cool with all your inventions, but Short Round can drive a car.
Who are you?
Wow, holy smoke! Crash landing!
Short Round, step on it.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones, hold on to your potatoes!
Crying out loud, there's a kid driving the car!
And he has his brother, who is Josh Brolin.
No. You know, dictate myself.
Let's delude yourself, dummy.
That's what I said. Thanks, Brand.
I know how you feel, Wimp. I'm sure gonna miss this place, too.
The story really is about how this country club is extending a golf course, and they have to move basically the Goonies, their neighborhood. And so as their last day, they go into Mike's attic and they find this treasure map to find the pirate ship and the treasure of One-Eyed Willie, a pirate who was caved in by the British, and he left booby traps and all of that stuff. And he's been hidden with his treasure for 600 years, for hundreds of years. And so it is there, and so they look for the treasure so they can buy off, so they can keep the land, and so there's no golf fields. But on the way there are this crime family called the Fatellis.
Here he comes. The lock. Let go of the handle. I don't have the handle. Open the lock. Shake up. Come on, move. Get on. Come on. Thanks,
The Goonies, they run away home just to find the treasure. So they go to this, to the Fratelli's hideout, which they are making people think it is just a regular summer restaurant. But it is actually where the way to get into the tunnels to One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship, and but then Brand finds him, tries to take him home, and then his girlfriend and also all their friends shows up. Yes, they kind of tag along too for some reason. So at the hideout, they find a hole under the fireplace, which leads to One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship and treasure. And so they go in, but then Chunk is left behind and gets captured by the Fratellis.
I like the dark. I love the dark. But I hate nature. I hate nature. Wait a sec! Oh! Stop! I'm just a kid!
What seems to be the problem?
Look, mister, I need a ride. My friends and I just had a run-in with these really disgusting people. You might have heard of them, the Fratellis. Well, we found their hideout. And could you please take me to the sheriff's station? I can describe all three of them.
Bimba dagli occhi vieni da Maria.
Chunk gets kidnapped. The Fratellis throw him in a room with their brother, Sloth.
Law.
Chunk.
Law.
Goonies, they go through all these tunnels and all these booby traps that were set by One-Eyed Willie and his crew, and they also come across this weird piano thing.
What is that?
Disgusting.
You? Wow. Gnarly. That's atrocious, you guys! Help him, hurry up!
And then, so it leads to the pirate ship as they go down a fun slide, which is not an advertisement for a Universal Studios ride. And then they find the ship, and then they come across an octopus.
I said stop it! Ow! What are you hitting me for? I swear, Mel! I mean, who do you think you are anyway? What?
Yes, I know. It was cut from the movie because it looked very cheesy and bad and just downright cheap. But kind of something, if you know what happened at the end, there is a line that they forgot to cut.
Are those jewels real? How'd you get to find them? What happened out there? Were your life's in danger?
The octopus was voice killing. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it. The writers forgot to leave out data explaining about the octopus. So then the Fratellis catch up, and they take their money, or they take all the gold from the ship from them, and then this happens.
We're in deep shit now, Francis.
Oh, shit.
No, Sloth, you remember the Bronx Zoo? We went to the Bronx Zoo.
Don't start that.
Me and Mama wanted to leave you there.
What?
Spoke up for you.
We never been to the Bronx Zoo.
You remember the time we were gonna get your teeth fixed? And we spent the money on Francis's toupee.
I don't wear a hairpiece. My you run bastard, you lying little.
And they escape. Fratellis get arrested, and they were able to pay off the money. So no golf field. Everything is great at the end. And then after that, I don't know how this will work out.
Sloth, you're gonna live with me now. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. Because I love you.
So that's the Goonies, a kind of forgotten movie a bit, but it's still remembered. I mean, and it gets celebrated a lot where it was filmed in Oregon. But I guess to say the weirdest thing is how they never made sequels, and I'm not saying like why they haven't made a sequel right yet, but I mean back then in the 80s, like when they had the chance and when the kids were still young enough to do it. And that's what I always found weird. And I know like a lot of people, and I know Richard Donner had recently came out, said how he was gonna make it, which I think is just gonna not be good. I mean, they're just because they're adults now, and it's just gonna be weird, I think. And Sloth is also dead, but I don't know, they could work that out. Also, I think that the actor who plays Chunk is now not, is not fat anymore. I think he's even said that he doesn't even want to do it, and because he's old now. But yes, what do I think of the Goonies? Well, it has good performances. It has actual stakes. Not just the fatalities and how just, like, the neighborhood is just all gonna be a golf course and they need to get the money fast. That's another stuff I like about it. And it's also a good kids film. But from 1985, it's just no Back to the Future. And I like the fatalities, which one of them is by Joe Pantoliano, the guy from, well known as the chief from Bad Boys, and in The Matrix as Cypher. And he does, I think, and which nobody noticed, and I don't think nobody remembers that. And so yeah, that's the Goonies. I like it. I definitely remember I've watched this movie a lot, so I kind of know about every line from it and what happens. Probably funniest moment, I guess, the scene, because basically the mom has an assistant, a woman who only speaks Spanish and a little English, and then mouth interprets for her. And he says everything wrong, which is funny.
Second, just throw them all into cardboard boxes. Forget the suitcases. Clark, can you translate all of that?
Why, certainly, Miss Walsh.
Oh, that's wonderful.
La moto va nene en primer cajón. La coca y la rapidez va nene en segundo. La heroína en el de abajo. Siempre hay que separar las drogas. Look, how's that? How's that?
Yeah, The Goonies, it's good. I think it's a very fun movie, and without this, we would never have Josh Brolin as Thanos or Sam from Sam the Wise. Sean Astin, he wouldn't be, I don't think anyone else could play Sam. And also just having Data in this movie, which I hope, I'm sad that the actor's career never took off. But yes, this is just a good movie. It's not my favorite. It has a lot of cheesy stuff in it. Mostly from Chunk. He does a lot of just cheesy things, and also Mouth can get a little annoying at times, even though he was my favorite. But yes, The Goonies is good. I definitely recommend it. It's a definitely good cheesy blockbuster, and it's 35 years old now. So yeah, that's really it. I don't have anything that much to say. Just go watch it. And that's my review. So, Lethal Weapon is coming up soon, and it will come. I promise you, it will come soon. Thank you. Subscribe. Leave a comment if you've ever seen this movie, and I'll see you next time for my Lethal Weapon review.